Ethical Issues Concerning Big Data Collection and Use by Katie Reeves. Data has always played an important role in society. However, data is now being collected at new levels, and the industry of big data and data analytics is growing rapidly. Currently valued at around $166 billion, the industry of big data is expected to reach $260 billion in 2022. While most people have heard of the term big data, many people still do not understand its meaning. Defined by SAS, a data analytics software, big data is a term that describes a large volume of data, both structured and unstructured, that inundates a business on a day-to-day basis. But it's not the amount of data that's important, it's what organizations do with the data that matters. Big data can be analyzed for insights that lead to better decisions and strategic business moves. Current ethical concerns.
After more than a decade of promises to do better, how is today's apology different? And why should we trust Facebook to make the necessary changes to ensure user privacy and give people a clearer picture of your privacy policies?
Your Chief Operating Officer, Ms. Sandberg, suggested on the NBC Today show that Facebook users who do not want their personal information used for advertising might have to pay for that protection, pay for it. Are you actually considering having Facebook users pay for you not to use that information? Therefore, you consider my personally identifiable data the company's data, not my data. Is that it?
Here's the question that all of us got to answer. What do we tell our constituents, given what's happened here, why we should let you self-regulate?
The fact is that your data is worth money, and companies are making a lot of money selling it. At first glance, the results seem convenient. I enjoy the targeted advertisements that showcase products that I'm interested in, but it can be disturbing to see products pop up that I just talked about but have never searched for or purchased. Vermont passed a law in 2018 that required companies that buy and sell personal data to register with the state and had about 121 data brokers operating in the U.S. However, the law did not require them to share who is in their database, what data they collect, or who is buying their data. So much about the data broker industry is still unknown. Acxiom, a data giant, collects masses of data on over 2.5 billion consumers. I would highly suggest that you pause the video here to take a look at some of the information they most likely know about you. Future ethical concerns. While there are real privacy concerns regarding data collection right now, the ethical concerns are just going to grow with data collection. One major example of this is with genetic testing firms like Ancestry.com and 23andMe. They have the DNA data of 15 million users and share this data with outside researchers and companies anonymously. If you ever wondered why it is so cheap to have your genetics tested, it is because the companies work with drug companies and sell your data. While these companies claim to have received consent to sell customer data, it has been questioned to what extent the customers knew they were waiving their rights. It is one thing to think you're allowing your data to be used for research, and another to know these companies are making millions of dollars selling your data. Solutions.
If we can't trust the custodians of our data with our information, it's continued stress and continued conflict. But if we can be as sophisticated as we are in the nuanced ways that we deal with self-control, with our food, with our physical and intimate relationships, if companies can be that sophisticated, we can hope, I think, for the respectful relationships that are necessary to support innovation and to support progress.
As our data is being collected at increasing rates and volumes, we need to be more educated about our control over how much our data is being used so that we can be equipped to protect our own privacy. While a perfect solution to privacy protection would be accountability for the companies, this will likely take decades of legislation and battles in the courtroom. So for the time being, consumers can read the privacy statements for websites and services that they use to see what data they are allowing for the companies to collect. Additionally, many people can use the privacy settings to decide what and how their data is being collected. Just being aware that their data is being collected allows for consumers to begin taking the steps necessary to protect their privacy. Conclusion. Solving the issue of privacy while also maintaining our use and dependence on technology may seem impossible, but this discussion has been going on for years and is being talked about on all levels of government. Nobody would have predicted 20 years ago that the CEO of a social media website would be appearing at a Senate hearing, but this is our reality. We need to start paying attention to what privacy we are giving up and what simple changes we can make in our settings and our websites to protect ourselves. Big data can make amazing changes to healthcare and technology, but can also rapidly invade our privacy and bring up many ethical concerns. Our society needs to be more educated about the issues regarding big data and be ready to have some serious discussions in the upcoming years.